In today's video, I will be showing you how to become a more deadly patient striker on UFC 5. And I'll be honest, I'm not like these other YouTubers, I won't lie to you. You can't really be as patient as you could be in UFC 3 and 4. So you do have to add in some higher pace than you would like to remain patient. And the way I like to do that is usually just find the opportunities to combo up to the body and to the head and to level change my combos, but just not doing it too often to the point where it's draining my stamina. And we're just throwing very simple combos. I'm using more body jabs, body crosses, calf kicks to lighten up the power. Right there was a head kick counter because he missed a kick. Just touch him up with some body jabs, very small combos, teeps to the body, and really measuring the distance and not rushing at all. Shout out to Big Trey. He was very respectful in the fight. I even hit him up, gave him some tips, and whenever he is online, we're going to be sparring and help him get better. So that was pretty cool to see somebody respect, my striking skills. And that was another head kick counter right there. That's also what I told him. I said, when you whiff kicks, I know you probably don't face people that head kick counter, but that is, a very, very deadly counter. I will be covering in a YouTube short. Probably when this video goes up, I'll upload that as well, teaching you guys how to do it. I drill it in practice mode for the most part. Basically, when you're throwing a teep or any body kick and it just whiffs, you have the opportunity to just throw off a head kick, and it counts as a head kick with counter damage, so it does severe damage. They see we're taking our time, we're winning the stamina battle. We crack him with a head kick right here. Just a nice body knee right there. Didn't want to risk getting, uppercutted while going for a body hook just in case. Still trying to take my time, but for the most part, this is where usually I'll tend to lower the output a bit because it's only round one and I'm in full control of the round. I already rocked him multiple times. I believe we got a drop. So with those things in mind, just do enough to keep them off of you, but don't chase the finish, in an irresponsible way, because that's how you lose extra stamina. That's how they catch up on the damage. Before you know it, you guys are at the same head health. You might be winning a stamina battle, but you lost a lot of head health in round 1 and 2 trying to chase a finish. If it's there, you got the flow, you're in your flow state, by all means, go ahead. But for most fights, especially in higher level fights, you just cannot have that mentality. You gotta have the mentality to win the round, and that's really it. Even though in some of these fights I might not look like that's what I'm doing, that's the mindset I have. I just happen to land what I'm throwing. Just land a nice body kick. Not really trying to rush too much. I wanted to make this video because I know there's a good amount of players that just don't want to play spamming slips or block breaking. Look at that right there. See? He whiffs the teep, and we're able to throw off a head kick immediately. You have to be really fast with it. And again, shout out to Big Trey. He's even going to be becoming an MMA fighter in real life, I believe he said. Look at that. See another head kick counter right there. But hopefully, you guys learn a thing or two from the fights. All right, we're going to be facing Conor McGregor. This is a way tougher fight because if someone's really aggressive with a counter, he has so much power, and the game's stamina system isn't the greatest because it allows for Conor to throw a lot more than he can in real life. So, keeping that in mind, I like to keep my patience. This player is a little bit better than the last. He understands how to throw, good, basic UFC 5 combos. So I have to be careful for the most part. So I'm timing a lot of teeps, landing the low kicks when I can to diminish his power. I'm not going to force him too much. My calf kick and my leg kicks are a really high level. I am Max Holloway. So most of my 5 and 4-star level strikes are going to be with my hands, my punches, my body punches, my head punches, my jab, my cross, body hooks. Pretty much just everything that has to do with boxing. And we also have 100 cardio and I believe 100 recovery with this max alter ego. And this is 5 rounds. So, I'm immediately looking at the rounds we have. So if this was 3 rounds, I might be a little bit more, heavy on the combos, a little bit, just to make sure I don't lose the first. Look at that. He head kick counters us right there. So what I was trying to do was I just did a little bit too much, which is fine. So right now I'm going to have to back up a little bit and recover. I'm still throwing some combos to keep him off me, very small shots. But he ends up backing up himself, which is something you don't want to do. He had me lower head health, and he just didn't push. He just backed up and let me recover. Now I'm at full head health, and he's not. So definitely if you have someone hurt, not saying to push for the finish, but definitely don't just back up and let somebody recover. That's not what we want to do. But for the most part, I'm just taking my time. I'm not really trying to force the round back because this is what a lot of players will do. They'll get dropped like that, and they'll chase that knockdown or the rock back, and they'll end up getting rocked and knocked down again by trying to chase damage back. That's not what we want to do. So if I had to give it this first round, that's fine. So that's why I'm taking it easy with my pace. If he gives me the opportunities to land some more combos just like that, we hit him with a hook or a rear hook, and it's stunned him a little bit. So we throw off that lead body hook. See, just like that. We land something on the block. He wasn't moving, so we throw a rear body hook. And look at that. See, we're level changing with our combos. And practice these combos, just regular old lead hook, rear body hook. Like simple level changing combos. Rear body hook, lead hook to the head. Practice these mix-ups in Southpaw and Orthodox in practice mode. You guys will definitely come out with more fluent combos, and it will definitely help out a lot. I can promise you that. It helped me out so much. Sparring with my friend Tech, that's what he told me to do. Use practice mode a lot more, and the more I did that, the better I got. It's more muscle memory now, but before I was comboing up like that, it felt weird doing it. I did it in practice mode for like a day or two, and definitely feels really good. I just don't take UFC 5 as serious or play it as much. I'm not completely quitting on the game, but it definitely isn't as fun as I would like it to be. I wish it was more. My main problem is that damage. There's a lot more other bigger things that are wrong with the game, of course, but mine's is the damage because I land so many counters, so many combos, and people just survive. So that's kind of why I don't take the game as serious. That's why I don't play ranked either. There's a lot of other game broken exploits they use to win up there. But we're still working the body. Our main advantage in this fight is our cardio and, our boxing. We might not have the power, but our move levels just means we're going to be doing max damage with all the punches. Look at that. Rock onto the body. Well, we get rocked with one uppercut. So we do have to be careful going to the body. We're not going to let that stop us from working the body, though. We just got to be smarter with it. Maybe use some feints here and there, or just combo up in a way where, he's hit stunned with a hook up top, and then we go down to the body, or use some more kicks to the body. There's plenty of ways to work the body. Always had to just do with the hooks. Block counter right there. We slip that uppercut. I like to work the body in every way I can. Body jabs, body crosses. They might feel like small shots, but they definitely add up. Especially these teeps. Look at how these teeps added up. It's only round 2 in a 5-rounder. Yeah, I was a little bit slow on that one. So you gotta be careful. You gotta be really fast. But look at that level changing combo. Look at that. He doesn't know what to block. He doesn't know where to go. Just like that fight. We're on to the next fight. We're going to be using Prime Alexander Volkanovski. This is the Prime Alter Ego. 100 cardio. That kickboxing is just insane with this Alter Ego. Even the regular active one is still fantastic. But this one just has better health stats, better speed, and a better chin, of course. So, with Max, we're just going to make sure we win that stamina battle because, the less stamina we have compared to the Max, the more he's going to be able to combo up on us and just make our life a living hell. So we don't want to burn too much stamina. Even though we do have 100 cardio, You still want to be very responsible with how you use it, because you can end up gassed. I mean, like, look at that. We're level changing with these combos. And as long as we're landing on the block or landing clean, we're not really going to lose that much stamina. So you might see me combo up, you know, in certain exchanges, but as long as I'm landing on the block or landing them clean, we don't lose too much on that, if not nothing at all. But look at that, we hit him with a double body hook. I mean, we already have a good stamina lead already. You know, this guy's just overthrowing, and we're just making him pay for it. We already have a cut. We're winning the stamina battle. We're winning the round really easily, so there's not much else for us to do in this round. It's only round 1, so I'm in a flow right now where I'm pretty much landing everything, so of course I'll keep going. But, you know, if I get countered, get dropped, or anything like that, I will obviously not really push him as hard, but he's not really doing anything to give me any worries on pushing him. You know, it's not like he's hitting us with crazy combos. He's not countering that well. Look at that, we drop him. Hit him with a nice switch kick. Drop him with a lead hook while he's trying to throw a knee. Drop him with a switch kick again. I mean, like, look at that. Almost half his stamina is gone. You know, got him against the fence. This is where we go in for the kill for the most part. Because, I mean, he has no stamina. His stamina's gone. His body and head health is gone. This is where you just really go crazy. This is where, obviously, you would want to chase the finish. He just has nowhere to go. We're going to let him back up. Another switch kick. Try to do a double body hook. And we end up winning via body shot TKO. Hope you guys learned a thing or two on how to be a patient player on UFC 5. More content is on the way.